What's going on, gamers? Another video for you today. To celebrate the release of Delta Force on consoles, I thought I would go over some of my personal tips to hopefully help new players have a better experience with the game. These tips are in no particular order of importance. They're just things that I thought of from my experience in Delta Force and other extraction shooters. This isn't a video where I say, use this cheap gun build to make money. These are actual, real tips that I think are important personally and will actually help you succeed in the game. So, given that, let's jump right in. Tip number 1, gear fear. Let's get this right out of the way. You are going to die. You're going to lose your gear. This is a looter shooter. At some point, everything on your character is going to go bye-bye. Is it 1 raid? Is it 10 raids? No one really knows. But everything you bring in is already gone. Just because something is cool and shiny and expensive, it doesn't mean you have to stare at it in your inventory. Bring in that red armor you've been staring at. Bring in that 500k gun. Enjoy what the game has to offer. Better gear is going to give you better survivability, better killing ability, and that in turn is going to win you more fights, and it's going to net you more gear from enemy players, and that's going to net you more money. This game does so many events and gives out so much free gear. I promise that whatever you lose, you will get again. There's really no point in making money and watching a virtual number go up if you're just going to keep running the same shitty gear. The entire point of the game is to make money, progress your gear, and get rich. Try your best to avoid gear fear because you will absolutely miss out on some of the best parts of the game. Tip number 2, friends. No secret, this game is best with a team. Solo is going to be a bit of a rougher experience. You're not going to know your teammates. You're not going to be familiar with each other. You're not going to know the operator they play that you can, kind of play off of and have kind of usual plays you go with. You can absolutely do it, and plenty of people do it. I even solo queue from time to time. However, you have to keep in mind that you're also queuing against 3 stacks. They are going to have better comms. They are going to have better just fighting ability. You have to keep that in mind when you solo queue. You are at a disadvantage. You don't know your teammates. You should absolutely be using in-game comms to talk to your teammates, even if they don't talk back. Just talk to them, give them information, give them live pings, things like that. That will help you at least a little bit solo queuing. Now, that being said, when you're solo queuing, if you meet someone that you kind of vibe with, send them a friend request. Be friends with them. Play with them on the regular. You guys don't have to be the best players in the world. A coordinated team that is on the same page really is going to make a big difference in your success rate. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, I don't have friends. Like I just said, if you solo queue and you find someone in-game that you vibe with, send them a friend request. Join those public discords. Find people that are on your same wavelength. They don't have to be the best. You don't have to be the best. Just someone where you can say, hey, he's over here, and a group of people that you are just familiar with will go a long way. Tip number 3, ammo. I cannot stress this enough. People completely underestimate the value of ammo in this game. If you are shooting players, you should 100% of the time be using the best ammo that is available to you. Ideally, it's gold ammo. But if you can only afford purple, so be it. I cannot tell you how many people I have killed that have a 600,000 alloy gun just to loot them and find out they are shooting blues. This is possibly the worst idea you could ever have. You should be cutting that gun bill in half, and you should be buying a stack of gold ammo. A laser beam of a gun is great, but if your bullets aren't doing damage, they're not cutting through armor, it's not going to help you. Gold ammo is 100% the goal, even if it's expensive. If you're nervous making the investment, just keep a single stack in your safe box, and then if you run into geared players, bring it out, put it in your gun. You don't have to run around with 3 stacks of gold ammo in your pockets. That obviously doesn't make any sense. So if you're cut for cash, maybe 1 stack in the pockets, bring it out when there's geared players, just to make it easier. I promise you it will make all the difference in a fight. In a game as fast-paced as this, with a low TTK, the ammo that cuts through the most armor is going to be the deciding factor most of the time. Am I saying you can't get kills with the purple ammo? Of course not. It will get the job done. What I'm saying is, when you run into good, geared players, the 1 less bullet that gold ammo might take to kill them could be the difference between a 4 million extraction and a fast track right back to the lobby where you have to re-kit and spend another, how much? 2 million on a kit if you're full gold, 800k if you're poor, things like that. Don't cheap out on the things that matter. Tip number 4, please know your gear that you are bringing into raid. The gear in this game has varying levels of attributes. Some helmets give better boost to your hearing levels, while some other helmets may offer less hearing benefits but may provide better protection. A prime example of this is the gold heavy helmet versus the DICH-1. The heavy helmet can take a gold sniper round without getting one-shotted, as long as the durability is above 46. The DICH-1, however, even though it's gold, will get one-tapped through gold sniper rounds. This is the trade-off for the far greater hearing boost you get with the DICH. It's up to you to figure out which playstyle is for you and what you value. Gear also affects your movement speed and aim speed. Heavier armors are going to slow you down drastically in terms of how you get around the map and how fast you can react to a target in front of you. Learn what you like, learn how you play, and try to stick with it to minimize any variables. Tip number 5, learn the maps. Much like Tarkov, map knowledge is huge in Delta Force. Learn how the maps flow. If you spawn in position X, learn what other nearby spawns to check, how to check them, and timings based on the direction you run and what nearby spawn you might run into and where. Learning the flow of the map will teach you how to pace out early fights and when a team might be third-partying if a fight takes too long. This tip is more one that kind of is an active learning situation, and it's information that you will probably more so learn by dying to it. So this is something you have to actively think about while you play the game. Tip number 6, please do not overstay your welcome. If you have a really good red that you find early in the raid, or you have a really good team wipe and they are juiced to the nines, just leave, take your loot, and get out. You do not have to wipe lobbies like your favorite streamers or your favorite YouTubers. This is a terrible idea for most players, and honestly, it's really only done to entertain you guys. Build your account, build your bankroll, and have a safety net to fall back on if you have a full bad day of raids. The last thing you want to do is log on excited to play the game, and you have to throw rocks at people because you decided to not take your wins the previous day. There's no shame in just leaving, especially just starting out. You have to get a bankroll going so that you can kind of snowball into the better gear and kind of get some motion in raids. Tip number 7, ratting will not get you any better. I'm sorry. It might make you money, but if you don't get better at fighting, your gear will not matter anyway. You learn by dying. Every single one of your favorite players at some point, your favorite content creators, at some point, got absolutely ran through trying to learn the game. They were not always the best. But because they died a lot, because they fight a lot, they all have these tidbits of info that they can use to their advantage because they put themselves in those new and uncomfortable situations, those new experiences, and they took note of what worked and what got them killed. Don't just die and say, oh, I never stood a chance, like that team was so geared, blah, blah, blah. You should die and say, okay, what happened? Was it my gear? Was I too aggressive? Was my team not aggressive enough? Should I have called my teammate to push with me instead of flank? If you actively think through your devs, you'll get more comfortable understanding how a fight flows, when to push, when to pull back, when to heal, when to do your armor. All these tiny little micro moments within fights. You will learn the timings. You will learn how to play off of teammates, how to play off of damage. All of this is so important. And a lot of people just don't think about it. They just kill people and they're like, oh, loot. You have to think about what you did right and what you did wrong. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Tip number 8. If you're new to the game, playing easy is fine. Even if you're old in the game, playing easy is fine. Really, I mean, trust me, it's okay. Don't let difficulty sway you into thinking you have to try and jump to hard mode right away. Let the game's normal progression flow. Let yourself get comfortable with the game. The progression is there for a reason. If you try to jump into higher difficulties too soon and you don't have the bankroll to back it up, you're going to use up all of your money. Whether it's being undergeared and getting ran through by fully juiced teams, Or if you don't have the map knowledge and you try to run the good gear that the other teams are using, you're still going to get ran through because you're just confused. You're not ready to compete at that higher level or that faster pace. You will go broke. Don't give yourself an absolutely avoidable headache because there's no need. Go do some quest, learn the mechanics of the game, learn the operators that you like. This is your place to find what works best for you while not deleting your entire stash. Are you an aggressive Viren player? Are you a backline Luna player? Do you want to ruin everyone's raid and play Seneva? Easy is the place to find out. Do not move on too quickly. I promise you, you're going to have a better experience if you just kind of naturally progress through the game and naturally climb that ladder. So those are all my tips for Delta Force for new players. Obviously, none of these are in-depth explanations. They're more of just like quick little tidbits. However, I do think they are all very valuable if you read between the lines. I think there's a lot of just trash tips out there that people just try and say, oh, use this, this is the best, or do this, blah, 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 it's cheap. People don't think why they're doing things, how to do things, and I think that's a big factor in actually getting better at a game. So, console players, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves, and I hope I run into some of you guys in raid soon. So, take care, and bye, guys.